Elden Ring is a damn annoying game. It is such an annoying game. I swear, dude. Elden Ring. It is one of the most annoying freaking games. It is the most annoying game. Not one of the most annoying. Elden Ring is the most annoying game I have ever played, ever. It is the most annoying game I've ever played, dude. You're playing this game. You're playing Elden Ring, right? And you're just like, where the hell do I go? Where do I go? As you're just like wandering around. You're dying. You get back up. You're running away. Okay, you're running around. And then you have this music in the back that's like, this is a nightmare. This is a nightmare. You know how when you're in a nightmare and have you ever been in a fight in a dream? Oh, that's terrible. Dude, have you ever been in a nightmare and you're fighting in a nightmare and you're trying to hit someone? Like some monster is attacking you in a nightmare, right? Or a human being, worse than a monster, is attacking you in the nightmare and you're trying to fight back. Have you ever had this before when you're trying to fight in a dream and you're trying to punch and for some reason your punches go slow motion? That's what it's like playing Elden Ring. When you play Elden Ring, you're like, okay, I'm going to attack this dude. And your character is like, and then you hit the enemy, right? You hit the enemy, doesn't stagger the bastard, and he just hits you anyway with everything he's got. It's like a huge chunk of your health is gone. So then you're like, okay, I'm gonna run away. I'm gonna explore. Oh, I found a dungeon. Okay, you're in a dungeon, and then you fight some skeleton creatures chasing after you, and then there's a giant cat that attacks you. And you're like, okay, so you kill the cat, the giant cat. It's like the Tomb Guardian or whatever, some ancient Egyptian stuff. You kill the cat, and then you get something out of the dungeon, whatever it is. You find something in the dungeon, and then you leave, and then you wander around some more, and you keep wandering around, and then some monkeys attack you. Dude. Some monkeys attack you. Monkeys from like the planet of the apes are like, "Rah!" And they're attacking you. So then you killed the monkeys, and then you're traveling up some trees, you're walking through some trees, and then all of a sudden you got like some knights there, and the knights are like the undead, they're zombies. And the knights are like, "Rrr!" And you fight the knight. And I will say the knights are probably the coolest things that you fight in the whole game. Really, the knights are the coolest things. So then you fight the knights, and then you kill the knights, and then you get on the horse, and you ride the horse, and you ride up the mountain, and then all of a sudden you find another cave. You're like, okay. And the cave is literally the same shit that you played in the other cave before. And you're just like, what? Yup, it's the same shit, guys. And then a dragon comes. And the dragon has a big-ass health bar. And you're hitting this dragon. And even, like, the visuals on the attacks are freaking lame. The visuals are like... Dude, it's like World of Warcraft with a little bit better graphics. That's all it is. It's like... And the little health bar of the dragon is like... Takes you like an hour to beat this damn thing. I'm just like, dude, this game is exhausting. It is exhausting. It's such an... I never beat the damn game. Dude. I never beat it. I made it all the way up to the Dragon Azula land, whatever it's called, Azula something, where all the dragons are. Okay, I made it that far. Then they're like, hey... So there's this boss in Elden Ring called the Godskin Apostle. Godskin Apostle. The biggest pain in the ass boss in the game, arguably. It's a giant fat guy who leads a cult of women who skin people alive, then take those skins and give them to the God Skin Apostle, who wears the skins like Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs. Now, granted, the villain is scary. It's a scary-ass villain. And the villain is pure evil. I don't mind that at all. I don't mind fighting something that's evil. But dang it, is this boss a pain in the ass. You'll hit this thing, you'll hit him. Dude, it's an obese villain with wearing the flesh of his enemies. And he attacks you with such ferocity. And what he does, he has this long sword, like this fencing sword. And he'll do this thing, he'll go. Real slow like this. And you're like, okay, is he gonna attack? And you're hesitant. You're like, is he gonna attack? And you're anticipating his attack. And you're like, is he gonna attack? Is he gonna attack? And he goes. And you're like, is he gonna attack? Is he gonna attack? Is he gonna attack? And you're waiting to counter, and you're waiting, and he goes, and he hits you. Then he'll do this thing where he'll go. Right, and he'll do this right before you're about to kill him. Like, you're about to kill him. You're about to end this bastard. You're about to get this guy. This boss is going to be over. I will be rejoicing in jubilation. He'll go. And then he goes, shh, like quadruple jabs, okay, with this fencing sword. And it kills you. And you're like, now you got to start all over again. And not only do you have to start all over again, it's not just starting the boss all over again. It's walking this almost the same distance that it took you to get to the boss in the first place. So from your last save station. So you save at the little site of grace, right? Then you got to walk to the boss land. He kills you. Then you got to restart back at the site of grace. That means you got to walk all the way from the site of grace to where you met the damn boss. It is such a pain in the freaking asshole. You walking and going back and walking. So I meet it. But I strive on, right? So I go on, and eventually I beat that asshole. What's his name? I beat him. I beat the fire giant. So then you beat the fire giant, and then your maiden, the girl that's guiding you through the sights of grace, your maiden, whatever her name is, Melina, she takes you to this place called something Azula. It's like the land of the dragons. So you end up in the land of the dragons. And okay, fine. So there's this giant dragon that has this huge health bar. And it took me like an hour to beat this damn thing. I finally beat this damn dragon. The only way I could kill this damn thing was by hiding behind a wall and then just firing arrows at it until it dropped dead. That's why I killed this. They have 2 Godskin apostles. 2 Godskin apostles, everyone. You have to fight them at the same damn time. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So I'm thinking, okay, I hope this is one of those optional bosses that you don't have to fight. No, you have to beat the 2 Godskins. So I watched other people do it. And you have people on YouTube. You got like teenagers from freaking Czechoslovakia beating these things, just one-shotting them. You got these teenagers from Russia just beating these bosses up in one go. You got like some teenager who lives in the Netherlands beating this thing in one hit. And they got like super powerful weapons, the biggest swords. I'm stuck with this little samurai sword, Nagakiba. I couldn't do it, dude. I kept trying. I said, I am done with this. Turned the game off. Got Resident Evil 4 Remake. Had a much better time playing. What build do you use? Scarlet Rot. Now, about Scarlet Rot. When I fought the Godskin Apostle in the Volcano Manor, when I went to the Volcano Manor, I defeated the Godskin Apostle, albeit it took me 100 freaking times. What I did was I summoned the dog, the dog creature that infects the enemy with rot, and I used that dog and I infected the bastard with rot, and then I just kept running away from him until he died. That's what I did. So, what build do you use? So I am samurai. I have the Nagakiba. I believe I was level when I quit. The last time I played the game, I was level 100 and something, like 119, something like that. Sounds like Borderlands 2. I use Faith Build, Prophet Fire, and Lightning. Those Azula Dragon hit hat on the way back to the boss gate. Yeah, it was a difficult boss fight. Each weapon has different animations. Upgrade weapons and return the dragon when higher level. Lazy programming. The game is great. The game sounds boring. Yup, it is. What happened with your elbow? What happened with my elbow? Nothing. I had a... Oh, you know what it is? It's this stuff from my my leather chair. My cat keeps scratching my chair, so the little pieces of fabric from the chair kind of connect with the elbow. That's what you saw there. That's what you were wondering. I play it as a penance. Yeah, it's insane, this game. If I swear, if like Bloodborne or Dark Souls, if any of these games are like Elden Ring, I am not playing them. You can forget it. I will not play those damn games ever. Like I just will not go through this bullshit again. And one day I'm gonna sit my ass down. I'll finish playing Elden Ring. I'll do it, even though I am very hesitant to do it. And guys, I really believed that I was too old to play video games. I stopped playing Elden Ring for like 2 or 3 months. And honest to God, I stopped playing video games for about 2 or 3 months. 2 or 3 months, I was just not playing video games. And I thought maybe it's because I'm too old. Maybe I'm becoming a boomer. Maybe I'm becoming whatever, millennial boomer. I'm not interested in playing games anymore. And then I got Resident Evil 4, the remake, and I was playing it almost every day. And now I'm doing my second run on it, on hard mode. I beat it on normal, now I'm doing hard mode. And I'm just like, dude, it wasn't that I was too old. It's just that I just did not like Elden Ring. I just didn't like Elden Ring. That was it. I did not like Elden Ring. I thought that game, I think that game is very boring. It's a very boring game. It's not fun. It's tedious. It has its moments that are really nice, don't get me wrong, that are fascinating. I think that the lore is really fascinating. The way that they put the whole story together is really good. The graphics, I think, for the most part, are good, even though the fight animations are just garbage in this game. Though you got like a sword, and you're just like, you're like, dude, and the sound effects, like, guys, you spent all this time making this game. You put really good graphics in it. The least you can do is put some good damn fight mechanics. But there's not a lot of good fight mechanics in the game. Now, the way that your enemies attack you is really good. My favorite bosses in the game are the Tree Sentinel Knights. I think the Tree Sentinel Knights are really good. I love the Tree Sentinel Knights. Those are the most badass bosses I've ever seen. Some of the most badass bosses. They are so good, dude. I love those Tree Sentinel Knights. The way that they lunge at you with their horses, dude. They got their horses. They try to pounce on you with their horses. They try to hit you with them big ass swords, or the big they're not swords. They're spears. They try to hit you with their big ass spears, dude. Dude. And to fight them is fucking epic. To fight a Tree Sentinel is a fucking epic experience, dude. I am not gonna pull punches here. It is beautiful. I fought the two Tree Sentinel Knights in the city that you're in. I forgot. It's like the gates to the. I forgot the name of the area, but it's like it's that spot where you're at the gates going to the big city that you go to in the game. Oh, I forgot the name of it, but there's this place where you have to go through these gates, and there are these two knights that guard the gates, and you don't have to beat them, but it is that fighting those two knights and beating them with the Nagakiba sword, that was amazing. Like that is an amazing experience to beat those Tree Sentinel Knights. Fighting Margit, fighting Margot, they're basically the same thing. Fighting really those bosses. I found those bosses to be really cool. I do not like the god skins. Now, I really liked going to the I really liked going to the windmill town. The windmill village was really cool with the girls, the ladies dancing in circles, and they have flowers in their hair, and they look like something out of a horror movie. It is actually the creepiest part in the whole game. That is an amazing experience, and the way the music is, and it's very creepy. I think that's where the game really shines. What I do not like about this game, and it sounds like I hate this game, I don't. But what I do not like about this game is I wish that the sword movements were a lot cooler when you attack your enemies. I also wish that the enemies didn't delay their attacks so much. I think that's very annoying. I hate having to walk back to the same area to fight the boss over and over again every time I die. I wish that they would just put checkpoints in so that when you got killed by a boss, you could just start exactly where the boss was. I don't. Another thing I don't like is so like some of the bosses in Elden Ring um, have two stages. So, for example, when you're fighting the apostate, what's his name, the blasphemer, the guy who becomes a snake. I forget his name, but he's like a serpent creature. When you fight him, he starts out as a snake. So you defeat the snake, and then he shows his full form, and then you have to fight him. If he kills you in the second stage, you have to go back to fighting the snake again. I think that shit is so annoying. It is so bloody annoying. I swear, dude, it's so annoying. I wish there was checkpoints in the bosses. Okay, I know it sounds like a pussy take, bad mental, what I don't whatever gamer insults you want to use. I think it's freaking annoying. I hate it when it's like you're fighting this boss. It's a giant serpent. Okay, fine. You take the serpent out. It's not that difficult. But then the boss shows his full manifestation, his full form. But then you have to. So then, if he kills you, then you got to go all the way back to fighting the snake. Why? Why, dude? Let's just have a checkpoint. Let's start out. That's restart on the second stage of the boss. Why does it have to be? Why does it have to be why do we have to start all the way from the beginning? I think that's very annoying. My favorite boss is the lion with the sword behind. Oh, yeah. The lion. Yeah. I remember what you're talking about. Yeah, that's also a creepy looking. Yeah, Midsummer. Very much like Midsummer.